Welcome back. The Department of Agriculture, Fisheries, Natural Resources and Cooperatives, Export St. Lucia, and Compete Caribbean recently hosted the National Beekeepers Meeting. The meeting was an activity of the Bee City project, which seeks to stimulate growth of the island's honey industry. Honey production and exports present a viable economic option for certain demographics on island. Honey is a much sought-after commodity in specialty markets and by conscious health consumers.
St. Lucia prepares to compete globally with honey as a national beekeeping meeting is held to launch the Bee City project. The Bee City project is an initiative funded by Compete Caribbean and managed by Export St. Lucia in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture and seeks to holistically develop the beekeeping or apiculture industry. Held at the Grand Riviere Dennery Human Resource Center, the meeting provided beekeepers with a breakdown of the project. Speaking at the launch was CEO of Export St. Lucia, Sunita Daniel, who highlighted some of the project objectives.
The main objective of this project is to position St. Lucia's honey in the niche export markets through the development of a cluster model that aims to increase the competitiveness of each stakeholder in the cluster. The objectives include differentiating St. Lucia's honey through identification of its unique characteristics, the geography, the forage, the taste, and the quality. This will be maintained by a continuous process of quality assurance and certification of producers and their operations. The project seeks to build the capacity of the local industry stakeholders and new entrants to drive the expansion of the honey subsector, including the support service organizations, the marketing efforts and support of an international marketing firm will assist the cluster in developing the profile of St. Lucia's honey and ensure that it reaches the most discerning of consumers in the best markets around the world.
This initiative will cost $279,700, 20% of which will come from private sector partners, producers, and trade promotion organizations. Greg Rollins, a representative from IECA, spoke about the organization's commitment to securing and developing a robust apiculture industry not only in St. Lucia, but the entire Caribbean region.
We recognize that St. Lucia has made significant progress in this industry. We know that St. Lucia is somewhat ahead of some of the other countries in the Caribbean, and we therefore want to continue to push you to be the best that you can be in terms of your production, but also to see how other countries in the Caribbean as well, in the ECS region, can benefit from St. Lucia's experience in this area. So we don't want you to underestimate what you're doing here. St. Lucia has made significant strides. We need to continue to push forward this industry, which offers to earn viable foreign exchange, but also seeks to support the development of a viable agricultural sector.
According to the CEO from Export St. Lucia, this project seeks to develop our beekeeping industry from the life of the bee to the honey in your tea here and internationally.
Compete Caribbean will be looking at really improving the quality of honey from St. Lucia, helping beekeepers improve their capacity, increase their capacity. We'll be assisting them with certification of the St. Lucia honey. Export St. Lucia will be responsible for marketing the honey overseas. We've had some recent successes with some other products, and so we want to use the similar experience to also work on the honey, which is what is immediate for us.
This project forms part of a wider vision and mandate as the government of St. Lucia seeks to diversify our agriculture sector and create viable income-earning options for existing and new beekeepers in St. Lucia. This is also the opportune time for young persons seeking to start a business to explore the possibility of becoming a beekeeper. The Bee City project is a 2-year phased initiative. Reporting for the Office of the Prime Minister, I am Danielle Dubois.
The Caribbean Secondary Schools Drama Festival is being held in St. Lucia this year, and activities will begin with an auditioning workshop and recruiting seminar by the Edna Manley College for Performing Arts. Students of the St. Joseph's Convent are undergoing rigorous practice as they prepare to represent St. Lucia. Shaka Wooding reports.
I have gathered all the points and have decided who will be saved.
The upcoming Caribbean Secondary Schools Drama Festival will be hosted from November 3rd to November 9th, 2019 at the National Cultural Center. This year, St. Lucian drama students will join their counterparts from Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, and Antigua and Barbuda for an intensive week of training, workshops, and performances. Nearly 100 students, teachers, and general practitioners of theater will exchange skills, experiences, and ideas in performance and production, allowing them to improve on their standards of production. One participating school is the St. Joseph's Convent. Theater arts teacher Monique Ogis says students have been in steady preparation to showcase their talents.
It's been a great experience, especially being back at my alma mater and working with the new upcoming theater practitioners and actors. I think it's important that from now we instill that discipline in them and they get those opportunities to perform and see that theater arts can take them a lot of places and it opens up a lot of opportunity for them. But it's been great watching them grow, teaching them. I feel like I've also been growing as well as a teacher, finding my way. So it's been a very great experience.
One member of the St. Joseph Convent's drama team is aspiring actor Anna Henry, who urged the public to attend the play.
St. Lucian should come out to see the play, to come and support us, because not a lot of young children are in drama, and St. Lucia doesn't really have any participants for these type of festivals. So it will give us a lot of heart and hope that St. Lucians will actually know that they have people in St. Lucia, young children who are aspiring to be actors, who are doing plays and representing St. Lucia other than in sports, poetry, and so forth.
An auditioning workshop with Marvin George from the Edna Manley College for Performing Arts will also be held as part of the festival. Those in attendance will be able to learn more about the Edna Manley College of Visual and Performing Arts and the possibilities open to St. Lucians. Meanwhile, Caribbean laureate Paloma Mohammed of Guyana will facilitate an intensive playwriting workshop. For more information on this year's Caribbean Secondary Schools Drama Festival, email cssdf2019@gmail.com. Registration is now ongoing at the Cultural Development Foundation, CDF, Barnard Hill Castries. For Hot 7 News, I am Jacka Wooding.
The Southern Business Association is in the process of executing several initiatives aimed at bolstering growth and sustainability for its members. In observation of Business Month in November, the association will host its annual general meeting, as well as the unveiling of plans to move forward with the commission of a Southern Business Secretariat.
With a mission to promote the development and economic prosperity of the south of St. Lucia, the Southern Business Association prides itself on providing advocacy and institutional support for small and medium-sized businesses in the areas of productivity, efficiency, quality, governance, technology management, and finance. With a growing membership of nearly 40 businesses, the association will join international bodies with the observation of Business Month in November. Chairperson of the association's steering committee, Sabina Valmore, says that the activities will begin with an annual general meeting.
This year, for Business Month, we are very, very proud to let the country know that we will be hosting our inaugural AGM. We are excited about this activity because what has happened over the past 2 years has led us to be able to do this. We have a membership of almost 40 businesses who have joined the association, and we are going to be celebrating our AGM under the theme Creating the Environment for Successful Business Growth in the South.
Valmore says that the SBA hopes to continue to increase its capacity to one day become the voice for businesses in the South.
We are now in a position to work very, very closely with stakeholder agencies within the government. So those agencies that provide support for business, we are now able to pull everything together in an effort to let people know what is available, because there are many services available. So we will be able to help young businesses know what is available. We want to be able to provide education and training opportunities for those new and young businesses.
She says that with this upcoming general meeting, the association has much to discuss with its members, including the plan to commission a Southern Business Secretariat in the near future.
The goal is that we help people understand the value of what it is they're doing, whether they're sitting at home crafting. We want to be able to link them up with the support agencies like the SBDC, like what is available at SEDU, so that they can strengthen their business processes. There are things available that they can access. We want to be able to do that. And so I will give you a little bit of information as far as where it is we think we're heading. We want to be able to establish in the very near future a secretariat for the Southern Business Association, so that the businesses in the South, whether they're big, whether they're small, will have a base where they can come to, where their issues and concerns can be addressed. And so we know for sure that once that is done, we will be able to reach out.
The Southern Business Association's general meeting will be held on November 6, 2019, at the NSDC Center in Vieux-Fort from 10 a.m. and will feature an address delivered by CEO of Invest St. Lucia, Roderick Cherry. For Hot 7 News, I am Jacques Wooding.
As part of ensuring the smooth integration of the HEARTS initiative in the primary healthcare services in St. Lucia, the Department of Health and Wellness and the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, recently hosted a capacity building workshop. More in this report.
Healthcare workers around the island were granted the opportunity to participate in a workshop aimed at building the capacity on the implementation of the HEARTS initiative. The participants were able to gain knowledge on the best practices for ensuring management of cardiovascular diseases at the primary healthcare facilities. Senior Medical Officer for Non-Communicable Diseases, Dr. Shanna Sarah Filbert, says this initiative is extremely important and is hoped that it will assist with decreasing the mortality rate of cardiovascular diseases in St. Lucia.
HEARTS encompasses all the healthcare providers. We're talking the doctors, nurses, the health educators, nutritionists, pharmacists. Everybody's on board with HEARTS. Everybody has a role in HEARTS. Everybody knows what it is that's expected. And also HEARTS is very patient-oriented. So it's not about the doctor coming and telling the patient what to do, but there are discussions, there's counseling. It's a holistic way of managing a patient with high blood pressure to prevent strokes and heart attacks.
Consultant for the WHO Global HEARTS Initiative, Dr. Kenneth Cornell, says it is necessary that countries in the Caribbean region engage in health system interventions as to ensure better cardiovascular disease outcomes.
HEARTS uses the system strengthening such that we can provide care at a lower cost that is evidence-based and with better results through very simple interventions. Take, for instance, this isn't a new drug that's discovered or even a new way of doing things. It's getting healthcare providers to work together as a team. It's also using the most evidence-based drugs, which actually are not the most expensive, and it's having a structure.
The training also focused on identifying strategic approaches and measures to protect St. Lucians from cardiovascular disease. Reporting from the Communications Unit of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I am Fina Neptune.
This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Tennyson Glasgow is up next with all the sporting action.